Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wave the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka Mini Wargamer Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka I've got no more AKs. It's actually pretty boring. Wave the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and everything under the sun, which usually delves into, whatever kind of topics. And of course, if you're a first-time viewer, you can always ask your questions to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. And of course, you could also ask your questions if you're attending live. You can ask your questions in the chat. And of course, feel free to ask whatever question comes to mind, because there are no dumb questions. And, we know that everybody is in varying stages of this hobby. Some are just getting started. Some have been into it for a few years. Some are ready to move on to other techniques and things like that. And so, again, always feel free to ask your questions here. And of course, if I don't answer, the monkeys will answer as well, because the monkeys are very knowledgeable folk. And, they're just good all-around peoples. Oops, jeez, we're hitting stuff now. And so, yeah, of course, speaking of monkeys, I can see Aqua is joining us. Hey, actually made a stream. I can stay. Cock King 555. This has always bugged me, for it is not fun. What has always bugged you? I don't know. Sofa Bear, third. Whoop whoop. Twitchy Kranos, hey everybody. Kevin Cabal, good morning, fellow paint monkeys. Plasma Play, painting, hello all. His name I haven't read in a bit. Cocking 555, still offline, just refresh. What the F? Grey Death Angel, morning. Good morning all. Xandrate, morning. Ghost Starman Deluxe. How's it hanging, fellow monkeys? We gather here once again to pay homage to the great monkey lord. Hey. Knitfink, hello everyone. Ramv, hey monkeys. Xandrate, aka Slick Cut Kris. Yeah, I had to get a haircut. It was bugging me. Talked about it last week a little bit, and because last week I had, cut my hair and everything, and so yeah. Cock King's having no sound or video. I refreshed again on YouTube. I don't know. Try Twitch, dude. Go on to Twitch, because Twitch I'm live there, and I'll see your comments, because I can see Grim over on Twitch. Says nice haircut. Also hello. Jacob Benedict, hello duders. Emperor Champion, hey. Warbwat. That mustache, lovely. Thank you. Twitch Kratos, Cocking, if YouTube isn't working, try the Twitch channel, yeah. Of course, it also might be your browser, too. You might have to update your browser. Whatever browser you're using. As long as it's not Internet Explorer. Don't use it. Old Man Logan, hey all. Ben Ellis, hello monkey and monkey lord and monkeys. Matthew Perez, heading to the GW store, aka Warhammer store, grand opening in Corpus Christi. Cool. That's very cool. Jacob Benedict, speaking of Fight Club, he's like a bald monkey ready to be launched into space. A space monkey. Rez says, what's up? Ben Ellis, YouTube is fine here. Yeah, I don't know. It could be his browser. Could be many things. Could be many factors at play here. He's jumped over onto Twitch now. He says he hates YouTube gaming with a passion. Whoa. Hate. That's a pretty strong word, buddy. Hate. You hate it. Hate. That's harsh, man. That's harsh. So, yeah, so Wave the Brush today. We are just going to go over a couple things. Just a quick reminder for everybody, all my patrons, that we will be doing our paint along tomorrow. We're going to be doing it at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's kind of like now, but plus an hour. So it's at 1 p.m. That probably confused everybody. It's 1 p.m. This is 12 p.m. that I do this show, but tomorrow will be 1 p.m. And we're going to do a paint along. And of course, I want to thank everybody, again, all the patrons who actually went out and bought the model that we're going to be doing for our project. I want to thank you guys because Spellcrow contacted me and they were like, what did you do? What did you do? Like, how come we're getting flooded with sales and blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, I just, showing the love. I said, like I'm running a little kind of like a little classroom kind of thing for my patrons and, just wanted to show support and thank you guys for, because they've sent me a bunch of stuff before. They keep sending me stuff and I'm sure now they'll probably keep sending me more stuff. So, but I like their sculpts. Their sculpts are good. They don't have a huge selection of stuff, but what they do have is interesting. And yeah. So I'm happy. But yeah. So for the patrons, we're gonna get started on that tomorrow, and of course we're gonna have some fun with that. And that project will probably run us a few weeks. Well, more than a few weeks because we're gonna be doing the classes every other Sunday. So yeah, but we'll have fun. We're gonna have fun. Grim, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Rezia, whoa, Kris, where's the rest of your hair? Lopped it off, man. Just lopped it off. It's getting hot nowadays, and the heat and everything like that. And I found that every time that I pulled my hair up, man, my hair was frizzy all the time and everything like that. And so I was like, yeah, screw it. I didn't do it. I went to the hairdressers and got it done. I don't know what this is, but yeah, there we go. That's Barber. I don't know what that was. That's eating cereal with a deficiency. So anyway, yeah, just had to do it. Time for a change. 15 years since I last had a haircut, and time for a change, man. Time for a change. Sometimes to reinvigorate the spirit, we have to make outside physical changes, and sometimes to affect outside changes, we have to affect a spiritual change, vice versa. It's all circular, right? So yeah, so that's the vibe I'm putting out there, man. Is just things need to change within ourselves, within our environment, everything, and and there's no reason you can't look stylish while doing it too. And it can make you feel good. I mean, who says that doing positive things can only make others feel good? It can make yourself feel good too. So, anywho. Eldari Lamborghini, hey monkeys, I've made it. Zandri, love Spellcrow. The bits they have for Dragon Warriors, so thematic. Dragon Warriors, is that the salamanders ones? They look like salamanders? Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like the little pumpkin duders. I still have like a bust and like a whole box of them somewhere that I want to do. I want to get to them, but man. Time, man, time. Old man Logan, Eldari is here, so we can start. We can start now. We can start. Eldari made it. Jakari's not coming though. I don't know. Or maybe he's lurking. I don't know. Either way, we can get started now. The boys are here. The party can begin. Reziel, Kris, it's cool, man. You actually look younger. Well, thank you. It's not why I did it, but because oftentimes, like I was getting a little bit of headaches too. Because the hair sits really heavy, and then I'd like put it up in a braid or whatever, and it would still be damp and stuff like that. So it's hanging on to water. It's pulling on the back of your head. And it's like, oh my god, So now it feels like like a weight has been lifted, and it's good. It's good. Zandrick, yep. Oh, okay, yeah, so they are the salamanders one, eh? Okay. Jacob Benedict. Anyone ever have problems sleeping after working night shifts? Oh, man, I used to work tons of night shifts. And the only thing that helped me get through it was beer. Alcohol. I'd come home, hammer back a couple quick beers, say good morning, good night to the kids, and then truck off to bed. And then, of course, keeping the room perfectly dark. Perfectly dark. Keep your room dark. If you can keep it, just room black, that'll help as well. Ben Ellis. Wow, just had to look at Spellcrow's first page and wow. Yeah, like I said, they have really great sculpts. They have really great sculpts. And then they have like these really nice conversion bits for orcs. A lot of Space Marine stuff, Chaos, really fun Imperial Guard stuff. They also have like the kind of I don't want to say like they're African American, but they're more like disco African American. They're more like 70s style because they all have like big fros and kind of glasses on. But they'd make like really good Imperial Guard or even Space Marine captains. You know what I mean? Like just whatever. I mean, like just something stylish like that. It's just hilarious. I like them. I like a lot of the sculpts. They're a lot of fun. Kevin Kabbalah, heck yeah. Jacob. David Vaughn, sup monkeys up, Kris. Eldari Lamborghini. Drukari is probably doing doctorish Drukari things. Now that sounds scary. That worries me when you say stuff like that. That really he has an affinity for Drukari and yet he's a doctor. Is he like a homunculus? Is he like Rakarth where he's just, cutting people open and he's, attaching skin to other parts and he's creating like these Frankenstein monsters. Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's doing? I don't know. Is that... You're his brother. You tell me. This kind of stuff they make movies out of. The one brother has to stop the other brother because he's making monsters. Oh, God, it's tragic. Warbat. Jumping to Twitch. Warbat over on Twitch. Hey. I like that. I'm jumping over to Twitch and then I see the thing from Twitch. Hey. That's pretty good. Raziel, hey, anything better than Flow-Aid for making custom acrylic washes? Better? No. In a pinch? Yes. In a pinch, you could use liquid detergent. Just the tiniest of drops of liquid detergent in your mixture, and it'll give that viscosity to your mixture, and it'll make it act like Flow-Aid. But otherwise, no, Flow-Aid, man. Flow-Aid's the best. Flow-Aid's the best. I mean, there are many brands of Flow-Aid, but they all essentially do the same thing. So find yourself a Flow-Aid out there. Razia, it's one of those things that's got to be in your arsenal, in your arsenal of paints. I mean, at the very minimum, you have your colors. Then maybe you want some clear colors. Then you got your shade washes and glazes. And then you'll want your mediums. You'll definitely want your thinning mediums. You'll definitely want your glazing mediums. You'll definitely want your varnishes, and you'll definitely want a Flow-Aid in there. Definitely. I know that sounds like a lot of crap to have in your kit and caboodle, but you end up acquiring like a whole bunch of crap. I mean, look at all the crap I've got sitting there, and I got drawers there, and it's crap everywhere. And then I got more. I got my I keep all my Vallejos right inside my case here, and I still have more Vallejos just digging around in here. I keep my Scale 75 metallics separate from the rest of my Scale 75s, just so I can give them a good shake every once in a while. Yeah. Oh. I picked up some of this stuff. Gold to green, Spastics, color shift paint. Now this is the stuff I've been talking about for a long old while, and I finally got around to picking up some. So definitely expect to see some videos with this. I got gold to green. I got gold to red, which kind of has like this deep coppery kind of look. What else did I get here? I got this one. This one sounds fun too. Green, purple, teal. Now you can't really see them very well on camera, but it's once they're applied to a surface. And then of course I got holographic. Yeah. Now these paints are not acrylic paints, and you can apply them by paintbrush. I really wouldn't. They're better off using an airbrush. They're designed mainly for airbrush because they're so darn watery. I mean, if you look at the top of the bottle, like, just see how it's so watery. So it's mainly designed for airbrushing. And also, it's not an acrylic. It's an enamel base. The name escapes me now. What the technical term for that is? urethane? Anyway, they're enamel based, so they're gonna dry super hard. And yeah, and I've also used the chrome from them, and I was impressed with their chrome. So yeah. Eldari Lamborghini. He is Ricarth, I do believe. Oops, the secret's out. That's scary, man. That's scary. It's scary. Ramvi, what are you working on, monkeys? I'm working on my very first Blood Bowl team, a Skaven team. Cool. That's Ramvi. Ramvi wanting to know what everybody's working on. What is everybody working on? Because I'm kind of curious too. What are you working on? Razia, I used it a lot already, but I like to experiment with various products if I can. Yeah. Anything better? No. They're all, the flow aids are pretty much flow aids. You know what I mean? You know, is there substitutes? Yes. Are you better off with flow aid? Yes. So, yeah. But yeah, there are different brands out there. I don't really think there's much distinction between the other brands. They all do the same kind of job. I'm sure some might be more viscous than others, but I mean, I haven't played around with them. I mean, I like Liquitex. Liquitex is a big paint name. I mean, that's all they do. And, you know, there's no reason not to trust their judgment on such things. Kevin Cabal, I have a massive fluid addiction. Basically, I treat it like Frank's hot sauce. I put that shit on everything. Raziel, same. I have accumulated so much paint and supply invariably. Some of it goes bad before I can barely use it. True. Yes, very true. Kevin Cabal, that is the danger of our hobby. Mad Hoser, get a haircut, you hippie. I got a haircut. And I'm not a hippie. And I never was a hippie. Jacob Benedict, I haven't even finished. Whoa, where did comment jump? I haven't even finished my first army, and I've split 2 bottles of wash. And you've spilt 2 bottles of wash. Jeez, I can't read anymore. Dark Commission, hey folks, just woke up for the afternoon nod. Am I getting old? Yes. Warblat, I'm working on some Armanites. Cool. King 555, working on some Blood Bowl 40k Space Marines. You're working on Blood Bowl 40k Space Marines. You're working on Blood Bowl 40k Space Marines. Or you're working on Blood Bowl 40k Space Marines. I think that's what he meant. Because I don't know of any other 40k teams in Blood Bowl. Eldari's working on more Dethen from 30k Ravenguard. More Dethen? Dethen? Is that how you say his name? Dethen? Jacob Benedict, I'm working on Celestial Vindicators, Age of Sigmar army still. Kevin Cabal working on a 5-man Dark Angels Deathwing squad from Dark Vengeance. Very cool. Xandre working on the last few models for a tournament next week. 5 Cabalites, 2 Witches, and some Raider crew. Cool. Is the tournament over in Sudbury? Heading over there again. Black Widow 61 building some hilarious custodians. Hilarious? Is that like hilarious? Time to practice painting a lot of gold. Todd, I'm working on a burrito. Razia, Liquitex is also what I use. Yeah, I mean, you know, stick with the brands you like, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. Tavo, hello everybody. Hello Tavo. Note to self, coffee time. Old Man Logan, Flow Aid is awesome. I use it for everything. Put it in my coffee, brush my teeth with it, post hangover cure, everything. Yeah, I don't really recommend drinking Flow Aid. If anything, it'll act like a really good laxative. Grim, I'm thinking about getting into Age of Sigmar. However, I've yet to look too much into it. That and avoiding the rain outside since there's to be tropical storm coming to say hello today or tomorrow. That is in regards to what I'm working with. Jinz71, working on a Rusty Death Dread. Oh, cool. Rezio, hey, by the way, I was missing something. What is the project you were talking about? The project I'm talking about is the project with the Patreon supporters. We're going to be doing a get-together tomorrow. I don't know, Rezio, if you're a Patreon supporter, but I did make a video. It's on the Patreon page. And just basically explaining the plan and what we're going to do. What we're going to do. It's basically we're going to do a paint along. We'll be doing a paint along. Where the hell am I? Ben Ellis. Next, I will be working on the Warglaive. If I can find the head to place on it without using the third part, as I just gave a few printed heads away. Interesting. George. Hey, not old yet. Be a son of a flower child. Whoa, what? He not old enough. Yo, even be. Oh, I'm not even old enough to be the son of a flower child. Gotcha. Unlike George. Jin, how can I send a photo? How can you send a photo? You can send a photo to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. That's my email. That's the best place to send me a photo, and send it as an attachment in the email. That is the best way to send a photo. Send a picture of what you're working on, what have you, whatever you want. But yeah, send it to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description. Better be in the description. It's in the description? Yeah, it's in the description somewhere. Yeah, send questions and comments to Kris@miniwargaming. Here we go. Yeah, it's in the description. Plasma Plays, working on a kit of Necron Warriors. Cool. Ben Ellis, next keep equals next week. Next keep. Next keep. Knitfink, I'm working on sculpting with polygel. Interesting. Very cool. Knitfink had shown us some of her efforts a couple weeks ago doing nail art. And it was nail art, right? And it was a Giger-esque picture in there. Thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. I thought that was just amazing. She posted that over on Discord. It was over. Was it in the work in progress? I can't remember. But anyway, really good stuff. I was amazed by it. Just the fact that it's just a tiny little friggin' fingernail you're painting that on. That's amazing in itself. I didn't show the wife though because she'd want those as a set, and then she'd make me paint that onto a set of nails, and then yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Xandre, yes, big ITC tournament in Sudbury. Ah, cool. Dark Commission, I've had a few days off painting, so still working on Sexy Pirate Lady 75 mil. Cool. Raziel, lately I've been working on a buddy's pre-owned Tau Army and Redemptor for me. Cool. Tavo, episode 205, using Flow8 as a laxative. Pros and cons. Gross. Raziel, is Adam of Greenleaf fame lurking around in here anywhere? I don't know. Is Adam around? Adam? Care to chime in there, Sir Adam? No? Going once. Twice. Alright. Dark Commission episode 205. Go with the Flow8. Go with the Flow8. And go having the double meaning like to go or to go. Anyway. Ben Ellis, best way to send a photo is via Flying Monkey. Well, that is the best way. Is via Flying Monkey. So if you can get your hands on a Flying Monkey, send that to me. I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, an email is just as good. Ran V, love the crons. Cool. Plasma Plays, moved to Twitch because YouTube was being dumb. Really? What's YouTube doing? What's YouTube doing? How's it being dumb? I mean, YouTube does dumb stuff all the time. Because they change things all the time. And it's annoying. But either way. Yeah. I don't know, everything seems to be okay. Yeah, transmission seems good. Nothing dropped, no frames dropped, nothing. I would assume everything's okay. Where am I? Now I lost where I was. Oh, Grim. Alright then. And good day to you, Plasma. Okay. Aaron Seach. What's up, Kris and Monkeys? What's up, Aaron? Nothing. Just, talking. Helping. Nobody's asked any serious questions yet, so, we're just kind of going through. We're actually still kind of going through roll call, I guess. Plasma Blaze, I've been having the problem where the video lags behind the audio and it throws me off. That could be a browser issue. Could be a computer issue. Might not necessarily be a YouTube issue, although YouTube and Twitch do things very differently, as far as I understand it. Rezio, I've been wanting to immerse myself in the terrain building secrets and techniques for my own game space. Cool, yeah. I'm sure Adam has tons of information for you. Renv, hey Aaron. Plasma Plays, hello. Knitfink at Kris. Thanks for the Giga Nail. I'm so excited to transfer nail stuff to my hobby. Sculpt something and then have it cured in 60 seconds? Yes, please. Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. I like that, you know, on top of your, you know, wargaming and painting and stuff like that, that you're putting your artistic talents to other efforts as well. Unfortunately, myself, I can't say I've done the same. It's been a while since I've actually done some proper canvas painting and, you know, actual artwork. Not that I say that this ain't actual artwork, but it can be way more expressive, you know, when you have a blank canvas as opposed to a predetermined dimensional sculpture, you know. But anyway. Benella's YouTube is still good here. Yeah, I mean, like, it might be, you know, maybe the browsers need to be updated. Maybe it's software. Maybe, you know, I don't know. There's when you're dealing with millions and millions of ones and zeros, there's always a million combinations which these things can go wrong. Ghost Starman Deluxe. Just this week, YouTube made a change I didn't like. Okay. Rezio, plenty of good YouTube terrain guys, that, but Adam seems to have some amazing tricks of his own. Yes, he does. He does. Adam does some really great stuff. Every time he brings new projects in, I'm always amazed. You know, his work has always gotten better. Each big project that he's done, his work has always taken another step forward, and that's always impressive about his work. Where am I? Call King 555. The only tour secret for making terrain is to use automotive paint. Sure, you can use automotive paint. You can use acrylic paint. You can use whatever paint you like. Sir Peanut Butter. Oh no, I'm late. Oh no. Oh no. Dark Commission. The Terrain Tutor is a good one too. I patron him. The Terrain Tutor is pretty good. Yeah, he does a lot of good stuff. There's another guy out there too. The ones I used to go to were Terragenesis. Terragenesis was the website, Terragenesis. And there's another one. It was all about terrain. I think Terragenesis is still up. It's still running. And that's a huge resource of terrain ideas. A lot of them really old school, but, you know, just really good stuff. Get the ball rolling. Ramv, email? I've sent one. You did? You did. Jin, regarding washes, I've seen a lot of guys doing a gloss coat. Just curious as to how heavy a gloss coat, or multiple, since mine seems to sit on the flat spots. When you're airbrushing and you're going between colors, or you're going to do a gloss coat before applying like other effects and stuff like that onto the model, yeah, you don't want to do too heavy a gloss coat. You basically want to just see. I'm used to using Pledge Future Floor Shine as my gloss coat. That stuff is self-leveling. Just meaning that when you spray it on and then all of a sudden you see it, it seems like it's kind of like misty, like a matte finish, and then all of a sudden the little microbes of it will just microbes. They call it, what is it? It's like little balls, and then they just spread out and they just become one on the surface, and as it gives you gloss surface. But even then, you don't lay that much down, and you just so. If you're doing it between layers, like say for example, you've done all your shading and your highlighting and stuff like that on the model, and then you want to do say like a pin wash on it or something like that, an oil wash, clear coat it first. Give it an even clear coat on it, and then apply your shade or your washes or whatever, pin washes or oil washes, whatever you're going to do. But yeah, oftentimes I recommend with Minotaur, between using ghost tint colors, putting a clear coat on top of it, and then applying another clear, and then applying your next colors. Because oftentimes with the Minotaurs, when another color sits on top of it, and you haven't created that barrier there, they'll reactivate and will mix. And yeah, I had it happen on, I think my Wraith Knight, and I had a little bit of red get onto my on my sash of my, like, the loincloth, and it turned it pink. And I was like, ah, son of a gun. And yeah. So, anyway. Oh, Terranscapes. That's another one. Terranscapes. Voice of the Emperor. Holy. I go away for a week and the hair disappears. Yeah. Well, you know, it's time for a change. And, you know, it's getting hot out. It's getting hot out. And, you know, this brain, this CPU will overheat if we don't keep it cool, right? So, yeah, it's what we got to do. Raziel, Kris, at least in my area in the U.S., Pledge with Future became hard to find. Been trying to find a decent substitute for quite a while. Well, Pledge, when they said it had Future in it, that was because they had just bought Future. So any versions of Pledge you buy today will have Future's formula in it. It just, they don't announce that anymore because that was just that transitional phase when they bought it. And I mean, like, that's that should give you an idea on how long this stuff will last. Because I mean, like, I bought this when that was around, when that was occurring. See the Future? Because that company's not around anymore. That company right there. And I've done, like, all my flyers and all my big tanks and a whole bunch of other stuff, all using that. And I mean, like, I'm only half a bottle here. I bought this ages ago. Is there a date on here when I bought this? It's bottled here in Brampton. Is there a date on this? Oh, this is annoying. I thought it would have a date on it. Okay, no dates. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened is Pledge bought Future. And so any Pledge you buy today, it's not going to have this, but their formula is going to be in it. So anywho. Dark Commission, episode 205. Kris's head refrigeration tips. I don't stick my head in a refrigerator, actually. Don't really do that. Jin71. Oh, right. Do you mix the polish with anything in order to airbrush? No, I don't mix it with anything. It's really watery. It goes, like, I whenever I'm spraying this stuff, I only ever use the Patriot 105, which is a larger needles. I don't know what airbrush you're using, but whichever one is your utility that you're using, like, to prime and stuff like that, that brush. And you can see, like, it's watery. See? So, you don't need to cut this with anything. And all it takes to clean it is just a little dab of Windex. And that's it. That's all. That's really easy. You're better off when doing it, when working with it, working in multiple layers. So just lay a quick little layer down, set it aside, allow it to dry for 5-10 minutes, come back, let another quick little layer down, let it dry for 5-10 minutes, and you'll get a gloss finish. And I've shown this recently with, let me see here, let me grab them. With this guy, Lotan. And, well, you can't see it here. You know what? Let's do a little bit of magic. Let's see if we can get a good view here. Now you can see on his base, you can see there's ripples, and I did another effect for that. But where he's standing, yeah, see how it kind of reflects off his feet, like around his feet there? See how smooth that is? That's after about 6 or 7 layers of you know, future pledge. Pledge future. So, yeah. Takes a while, but you get a really nice smooth glass finish. Another fun one is like I use it on my wraiths. He's a little dusty right now, but here, let me see here. We'll zoom this back in again, and I'll let you see like my wraith. See how the canopy of his helmet has almost like a glass like shine, and that is from many layers of pledge. And that's all I do just to get that glass shine. It's just many layers. Many layers. Many layers. Yeah, so you don't need to mix anything with it. Oh, Greenleaf did show up? Oh yeah, there he is. Hi, and thanks for the nice comment. Yeah, no problem, dude. Ruben Matnoff. Hey, Chris. Hey, everyone. Been forever since I've been able to join live. Well, welcome. Jin looks sweet. Thank you. Matt Hoser. I use pledge. Passed. Sure. Whatever gets the job done. You know? Ghost Starman Deluxe. Once again, Chris shows how great a painter he is. Hashtag praise monkey lore. Hashtag pound sign. Ruben Matnoff at Chris. With the Forge World paints no longer available, what would you say is a suitable replacement for Calf Blue Clear? Ah, very good question. The Calf Blue, that's a tough one because it's cyan, right? But it's really nice and deep cyan. And plasma fluid in Minotaur, plasma fluid is cyan. And it's great. And side by side, they're pretty comparable. I haven't done a side by side of the two. Maybe I should do one just to kind of show people. Because it's unfortunate that Forge World is dropping those colors because those colors were fantastic. And they were really great. And, you know, like, I don't know why nobody bought them up because they worked so well. You can brush them on. You can airbrush them. I mean, like, you know, I don't know. Too many people with their heads up their asses, I guess. But anyway, yeah, plasma fluid from Minotaur is cyan. Okay. As far as Tamiya is concerned, yeah, Tamiya Clear Blue is the other one. Tamiya is Clear Blue X23. You can see there, Clear Blue X23, and that's the color. And this is a very cyan. Yeah, but this one again is not. It's not like Calf Blue though, but it's the same color. But it's not the same. Calf Blue. Where's my Calf Blue? Yeah. This is so low too. I'm like at the halfway mark of it. I'm at the halfway mark of Calf Blue. I don't know why Forge World is dropping these. I would like to know. Like, did just nobody buy them or anything like that? But anyway, yeah. But anyway, that level of blue that you see there, if you can find any other clear paints, because I mean, like the Tamiya one is acrylic, but it's not really acrylic. It's more lacquer based. I'm trying to think of anybody else who produces clear colors. No, I can't think of any. Not at the moment. If any of you guys know, feel free to chime in. But yeah, essentially all that color is though is cyan. If you took the cyan out of your printers, that's exactly what you end up with right there. It's the cyan. Emperor Champion, Vallejo's transparent blue is also a nice clear blue paint. Kind of. I've played with the Vallejo's transparents, and they're not like proper transparent colors. Like transparent colors are like glass. You can see right through them. They're, you know what I mean? Like you look through a Coke bottle, and you know what I mean? You know, or like a colored bottle, like brown, right? And everything's brown through it, but you can see everything through it. Whereas with the Vallejo transparent colors, in my experience with them, when I have them, they're still very opaque. They're not true transparents. Ruben Matnoff, he was using it heavily for his Night Lord scheme and have to figure out a replacement. I would go with Minotaur. That's probably the easiest one to get a hold of. I don't know where you are, Ruben, or what country you're in, or what have you, how hard it is to get your hands on Minotaur colors, but it's Minotaur's Ghost Tint line, and the color is called Plasma Fluid, and that is that color. That's the closest approximation to that color that I can think of that will work seamlessly, or mostly seamlessly. But yeah, Tamiya is the other one, but Tamiya, it's, you know, it's lacquer based. They say it's acrylic, but it's really not. You still have to cut it with like their thinner, and it's an alcohol based thinner, and it's nah. So yeah, I would go with the Minotaur Ghost Tint Plasma Fluid. I would look that up. That's probably going to be the one that give you the least headaches. Although, as I mentioned earlier, with ghost tints, you have to seal them before you lay any other colors on top of that area. If you're going to lay more colors on top of the model, if you're going to do your whole model and then use the ghost tint, you can probably leave it as such, but you probably still want to seal it. But either way, as soon as you lay your ghost tints down, you should always seal it. Disco Duke, hey y'all, managed to catch a live show, first time in months. Welcome. Rumen, indeed, I was shocked they stopped. Found out after the fact, even. So couldn't stock up. Real shame. Yeah, that's a real shame. Emperor's Champion, Vallejo Transparent Blue. Oh, I already read that. Robert Scott, hello. Hello. Nice to be here again after a long time. Well, welcome. Old Man Logan, Ghost Tints, Scale 75 inks. Would those be good substitutes? P3 inks. The P3 inks, I don't know. P3 inks, I've only ever played with a few of the P3 inks. I don't know if they have cyan. Because that's the color you're looking for, because that's what Calif Blue is. It's pretty much just a pure cyan. And as far as Scale 75 inks, I have not played with the Scale 75 inks. I got to get my hands on those, actually. So that's actually next on my list. Disco Duke, are those forgeable paints like a technical gem color from GW? I've not seen the forgeable ones. No, they're not like the gem colors from GW. The GW colors are more like if you took those clear colors and took Ard Coat and mix them together. That's what those GW technical are like. They're thick and heavy, but they dry with a nice clear transparency to them, which is great. But yeah, it's more like they took that color and they took the technical or the Ard Coat, mix them together. Whereas the forgeable clear colors, they're watery. They're super, super light. They're watery, and they're designed to go through the airbrush. And so, yeah, that's what they're really about. Ruben Matnoff, I'm in Prague, but we'll order off Amazon, so that's fine. Thanks, Kris. Cool. They're way thinner, more transparent, as Kris mentioned. Yeah. Big friendly wargamer. Hey, monkeys, and hey, Monkey King. I'm late, but never. But I'm late, but better late than Trevor. Dark Commission. I think the Scale 75 inks are washes, but we'll have to check. BRB. Yeah, well, no, but the thing is, though, is it's not that the fact that the washes, but do they have that transparent quality that we're looking for? Because the forgeable clear colors are clear, as I mentioned. They're like looking through glass, colored glass. They're perfectly clear. You know what I mean? Like, that's the quality that he's looking for, because he wants to do things. Well, he wants to do his Night Lords, right? So he's doing blue, and then he's got that heavy cyan on top of it, so that maybe he's doing like metallics and they're shining through, and you know what I mean? Like, that's why you want those clear colors, and that's why everybody loves the Tamiya clear colors because they do exactly that. They dry crystal clear, you know, on top of whatever surface. Black Widow. What about secret weapon washes? Never use their washes, but I use their weathering a lot, and they have like 6 different blues. Right. But the blue we're talking about here is cyan, and it has to be clear. Right? Now, oftentimes, shade washes, they have a clear quality to them, but they're not truly clear. They're not like see-through. And that's the quality we're after here. Because that's what that Forge World color, all the Forge World colors did, is they were perfectly clear. And the only other lines that are like that are the Ghost Tints and the Tamiya Clears. To my knowledge. I've not played with Scale Sand 5. I've not played with a lot with the P3s. I have no idea. They could be crystal clear too as well. I don't know. Really a lot of paints should have an opaque and transparent line to them. They should have some transparencies. They should have some opaques, you know, some semi-opaques, stuff like that. Because like even the semi-opaques would be great for glazes and stuff like that. And also the transparencies, those would be great for glazes and, you know, color shifts. And, you know what I mean? Like, all the paint companies should offer that. They should offer opaque, semi-opaque, and transparent. Like true transparent. As well as metallics, giving you the very brightest silvers, the very darkest, you know, metallics. And, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. That would be the perfect paint line. And then I have all, you know, the flow aids, mediums, thinners, all that. Robert Scott, I do my own Space Marine chapter, Cantor Blue with Hoth Blue and a blue glaze, gold details, and shiny yellow eyes. Cool. What's the chapter name? What's the chapter name? What are they about? I don't know. Man. Anyway. I think it's getting close to email time. What time are we at here? Holy man, it's already 10 to 1. Gum flapping that long already. Jeez Louise. Yeah, let's do an email, right? Got more other questions? No other question? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah? No? Oh? Maybe? Old Man Logan, I've not tried them, but I think War Colors has different transparencies. Well, the War Colors I have, they're just opaques. And I don't think their color range is very small. And I don't think I've ever seen transparencies. If they did, send me a link. If they have transparencies, send me a link. But we're doing an email. So, headphones. Turn them up or turn them down or take them off or whatever. But here it comes. email time. Email time. Oh, I didn't get the email already. Oops. There we go. All right, so this is from our good buddy Jacob. Hello, Kris. I'm trying a new game system out called Necromunda. Here are the Vansar gang that I have painted up, and they are about 90% complete. CNC, always welcomed. And so this is from Jacob. This is Vansar. And as a little teaser, I will also be painting some Vansar very soon. I'll be doing some quick tips on some Vansar. Mainly because I have a few ideas on them. But anyway, I like the color. Everything looks nice and smooth. The models look like they're cleaned off pretty good. Whoa, a little bit of mold line. That's okay. Drill out the barrels. Nope, didn't drill out the barrels. Bad boy. Ooh, throwing the metals on there. Very cool. Looking a little bit more Borg now. Could be because the flesh isn't done though. Very, very cool. Very nice. I like that the metals are all where metals should be. Oh, here we go. Ah, very good. Interesting choice for the guns, actually. I like that. I kind of off brown like that. It almost has like a Tau vibe to it almost, doesn't it? Very interesting. I like how their weapons all have that kind of new, brand new kind of look to them. The green on the bases, is that like techno or toxic waste or something. Very interesting, anyway. Yeah, it looks like it's like a toxic waste or something. Very interesting color scheme, though. Very nice. Like the copper helmets. It's a very interesting choice, though. I like that choice for the guns. That's very interesting. I think for the little eye lenses, I think we could have gone with a color in there. Either the bright yellowy green or orangey red or yellowy orange red. Yeah, I think that would look really cool for the eyes, just to kind of draw the viewer to the face and everything like that. Yeah, like Wild Rider red with a little dot of orange in the eyes. I think that would look cool. The shield. Here's a question. The shield. Does the shield come pre-colored, or do you have to color? Is it like a clear white plastic, or like a clear plastic, or is it already pre-colored? I'm curious. But yeah, I like that. I thought that was really interesting when I saw that this gang was coming out. That they had a clear bit. Well, thank you, Jacob, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. I like the color scheme. I like your choice of the casings for the gun. Very, very interesting. It works well with the plasma. I think the plasma coils and stuff like that could get a little bit more contrasty. But otherwise, I think it looks fine. And I think the accenting colors, like the eye lenses, I think should be either bright green, like green-yellow, like moot green, or like Wild Rider red with a touch of orange in the centers. You know what I mean? Kind of orangey, kind of red kind of color. But otherwise, thank you, Jacob, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Robert Scott. The chapter name is Emperor's Apparators? Apparators? Is that right? Emperor's Apparators? What would that mean? Apparator? Apparator? You know when you say something to yourself so many times it slowly starts to not make sense anymore? Kind of like dog. You say dog, 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 dog. And then you start asking yourself, what the hell's a dog? Anyway, apparator. Am I even saying that right? Is it apparator? I don't even know. But anyway. Thank you, Robert, for sending that, or for answering my question. And thank you, Jacob, for sending the email. Yeah, very cool. Let's do another email real fast. Oh, geez, I almost forgot. We always thank Guy Beer, Alfer, a.k.a. Carl, a.k.a. Beer and Blood Bowl, that's his YouTube channel, for creating the jingles for our email segments. Almost forgot that. Bad Kris, bad Kris, bad Kris. Dark Commission. Scale 75 ink intensity range seems to cause some confusion. They are like washes and glazes and can be used as both. They have a gloss finish, which can be matted with a matte varnish or medium. Okay. What's the problem? I've not seen them or tried them out yet. Oh, okay. Well, like I've said before in the past, that there is no difference, okay, with the inks. Inks can be washes and inks can be glazes, okay? Don't get caught up that a wash can only be used as a wash, as a certain phase in the steps. Because a wash, okay, like say for example, Agrax Earthshade, you can use that at the end of a paint scheme where you went, say you did some blending and then you did dry brushing and then you hit it with Agrax Earthshade to bring all the colors down and to pick out all the little details, and bang, you're done, right? Shade wash typically implies that it's only ever used after base coating, right? You do the base coat, then you shade wash, then you highlight. Now that's how kind of GW describes it all, but that is not how it necessarily has to go. And in fact, you know, they're not the ones who wrote the book on miniature painting, although they have written many books, but I suppose that's debatable. Geez Louise. And glazes, I mean, like glazes implies that it's at the end, but you can use a glaze in the beginning or, you know, at any point. You know what I mean? You could lay a base coat of white, throw a glaze on top of it, and that's your base tone, right? So it's all what you're doing. It's all how you want to create your effects. Robert Scott, from the Kris founding, they don't know they have made from horse. Oh, okay. Cool. Kubla Khan, hello Kris. Did you get a chance to watch any of the sumo? No, I did not. The last 2 days of this tournament are incoming, and it has been a real roller coaster. No, I have not. No, I have not. I'm sorry, I haven't. I didn't know. Busy man. Busy man. Just getting my hair cut. Robert Scott, they do not know. I mean, yeah, they do not know. I got it. Very interesting. Very cool. Big friendly wargamer. I find the GW shades work much better as a glaze than on their own glazes. Sure. Yeah, you know. Again, just don't get caught up in the product's name and what it's supposed to do, because I mean, in the beginning, that we only had inks. We only had inks, and we used the inks either the shade or the glaze, bring up the colors, bring down the colors, at the beginning of a phase, at the end of a phase. We use them wherever we need to use them. Hell, we even mix them into the colors to deepen and saturate, and you know what I mean? Like, all sorts of things, man. They're just inks. They're just pigments that are just really, really thin. That's all they are. And that's all we're dealing with here is pigments, right? We're dealing with thick base pigments like paints and, you know, like putties almost. We're dealing with real thin, like shade washes and watercolors and, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So it's all just playing with pigments and how we create those interactions of color on a surface and to create different and new things. Todd, Wade the Brush 205, the quest for the perfect wash. Sometimes. Let's do another email. This one is from Richard. Hi, Kris. I love watching your show. Your videos have helped me improve my painting a great deal since I got back into the hobby a few years ago. After a decade away, here are some photos of my work over the past year or so, mainly minotaurs from the new Eldar. If people are interested in alternate heads, I use only on Marines are from Anvil Industry, and the shields are from Skybor or Skibor, however it's pronounced. Hope you like the photos. Any tips and improvements would be appreciated. Kind regards. And I'm assuming it's going to say Richard. Nope. Okay, get ready, kids, because here it comes. And oh my god, look at this. Boom! Look at that. Now I'm going to assume he laid it down in metallic and then laid a clear color on top of it, or he found himself a clear metallic paint out there. But at any rate, I like it. Look at that. Is that not just awesome? I'd like to see more, like, you know, maybe chevrons and stuff like that, or even the frame of the canopy picked out in the metallic blue, you know. But he's got the transfers on there and everything like that. Looks fantastic, you know. And I think what else I really like about, you know, doing these colored metallics is that you can kind of get away with not doing any highlighting or shading. You can pretty much just kind of not do it. Ooh, is there a color transfer back or a color fade back there? Because it looks like it's darker and it's lighter. Or is that just the way the light's hitting it? Either way, very, very cool. Look at that. That just sparkles. It's sparkly. Ooh! Wraithguard. Boo! Very nice. Nice and clean. Simple yet effective. I'm thinking I might have to borrow this for my, because I've got 2 units of Wraithguard to put together. I think I might have to borrow this. Well, not blue. I'm going to do mine red, but yeah. Ooh, very nice. I assume this one's not complete because we don't see any transfers or anything on it. Yeah, see how you did the tank and you got the metallic blue on the thing? I think I'd like to see that on that flyer. Ooh, look at this guy. He's not metallic blue, but he's pretty cool looking. Very nice, nice and clean, like the gemstone effect. Scariest tank, very cool. Intimidating, as all Space Marine crap is. Ooh, look at that. Some nice dry brushing on the edges there. Getting nice and clean. Getting the nice little edges going on. Look like from 300. Like that color of brass or gold. Like it almost looks like 300 with the red. Is that what you're imitating? Are you going for a 300 look? Is that what you're going for? Very nice. A dready knot. Oh wow, look at these guys, aggressors. I like the highlighting on these guys. It's very nice and roundish, and it's very nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Very nice. He looks cool. Nice and clean. Like the transitions in the cloak. The blades too. Very interesting helmets though. Yeah, so I take it those ones are from, what did he say? Litco or? I can't remember what he said. Everything looks so nice and smooth, especially with the gloss. Very striking color combinations in the armor. I like the coils on here. That looks cool. But overall, like the color scheme and everything like that is really good. I like it's very unified right across the entirety of the models. Yeah, I'd like to see that frame colored in. I think that'd be cool. Ooh, wouldn't want that punching in the face. Oh, is that it? Oh, that was it. Well, thank you, Richard, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. I really like. I may borrow that Wraithguard color scheme with the metallics and everything. I don't know. It's just really nice work and awesome stuff. The Space Marines look really, really good. And of course, you know, having that unifying theme across them all. Very, very cool. I like it. Awesome stuff. Where am I in these comments? Prawn Ham Dance. Hey, Kris and Monkeys. At Kris. That hair is baller, man. It's my 30th birthday today. Well, happy birthday. I've been at the friendly local gaming store of all friendly local gaming stores and got me some plastic, so I'm pretty happy. Well, congratulations. Happy birthday. And I'm glad it's a good day for you. Robert Scott, I think my paint's with water. Is there another possibility? Yeah. Lamy medium. Lamy medium. Yep. In fact, when dealing, like, okay, using Lamy medium, especially if you're using Citadel paints, if you're thinning down your metallics, definitely use Lamy medium over water. With all your other colors, you can get away with using a bit of water. But be careful not to over thin the paint, because then that changes the viscosity of the paint, and then it'll end up beading up on the surface. You know how like kind of like water, right, on the surface, and it beads up. That's what it'll do, right? Whereas if you add Lamy and medium and thin it down to the levels that where you're looking for, whereas what you want it really thin like a glaze, it'll still act like paint and it won't, you know, bead up, you know. So that's the advantage of using Lamy and medium if you're using Citadel colors. Otherwise, you can just use like regular acrylic thinners and it'll all work. Ghost of Starman looks like Kris. Have you seen the new Imperial Knight character? No, I have not. Was that it? That was the entirety of it? Just, have you seen it? Dark Commission, nice shiny blue. Yeah, I know that blue is fantastic, wasn't it? I know, I could stare at that crap all day. I just, oh, it looks so cool. Tavo, why do Eldar tanks look like they are trying to make babies? Like, because they got the big piece and the mama piece and sitting on top. Yeah, I don't know. Because maybe that's how they're trying to throw sexual innuendo in there. I don't know. Greenleaf Terrain, I thinned my paints with milk. 2%. Okay. Skim for washes. Yeah. Adam's trying to be funny right now. No other pressing questions at the time. What time are we at here? Oh, we're only 10 after 1. All right. Kublai Khan, I thinned my paint with plasma extracted from the blood of Jormungandr of the world serpent. Jormungandr? Is that? Am I saying that right? I know I'm not saying it right, actually, but Jormungandr? Jormungandr? Oh man, I'm gonna hurt myself, I think. Anyway, let's do another email because we can. Headphones. Email time. Email time. And of course, we always thank Guy Muriel for aka Carl, aka Beer and Blood Bowl. This is from Jonathan. Hey Kris, just now caught the tail end of today's live show. Wasn't around for when the router started working again. Glad you liked the model. I think I caught all the questions you had, so in no particular order. Oh yeah, if you remember from last week's show with the Scout or the Night Titans, and he had the one that was kind of leaping and it had like the chaos icons on it and everything. It was really kind of dark and just kind of like dark rusty metals. So anyway, this is regarding that model because I had a lot of questions about it. The eagle on the base is from the broken trophy topper we dug at work while cleaning. Not sure what it's made of, sort of dense plaster, but it's heavy and it's sturdy. The pose is doable with the lance as is, at least as far as the legs go. I had to trim the outer pads of the shoulders. If you look at the Forge World site, the model is supposed to have a second layer of shoulder pads. Also, the pad connecting the spear arm is magnetized because when it's glued in an upward angle, it blocks the ability to take the carapace off. The stuff on the shoulders is leftover resin piece from a Chaos Reaver Titan I did last year. It came with a handful of Chaos symbols that you can slap on the Imperial arms to nasty them up. I cut a big one in half and then gave one half to each shoulder. The shin plate on the lower leg was another one from the leftovers. Also, thanks for pointing out the streakiness. I totally missed my usual weathering steps, and it could use a bit of that. In any event, thanks again for taking a look. I'll be up there in October to play some games, and we'll have it with me if you want to take a look. John Warbudgies. Okay, so answered my questions about that model from last week. Very cool. And if some of you don't remember what that model was, well, too bad. But yeah, it was a really nice model, and he had like the lance up like that, and he had the shield, and it was kind of like flying in, and he had it like leaping off like this eagle head icon or whatever, and so it was really cool. I enjoyed it. Dark Commission episode 2, milking the audience. Ghost of Starman Deluxe. It looks like to be a knight kit with an extra weapon and faceplate, as well as a model for an actual pilot. It comes with a power fist and a big old laser. Cool. Is it on the Forge World site already? I'll have to check that out. I mean, I don't get really fired up about Imperial stuff, but, you know, I'll check it out anyway. Kublai Khan, ha ha ha, the serpent of the Norse myth, who will begin the Ragnarok, end of the world. Right, but how do I pronounce it? Did I pronounce it right? Jormander? Jormungandr? Jormanger? Jormungandr? Jorman? Oh, man. Anyway. Your man, oh man, my man, your... Ghost of Starman Deluxe, I thin my paint with more paint. Yes, because, I mean, like, you can thin your paint with medium. You can thin it with water. You can also thin it with ink. You can thin it with shade wash, glaze. If you want to, like, say, thinning down like a blue with, say, Gilliban blue, it'll just keep that saturation, but the color will become much thinner. And you can glaze and highlight and, you know, or whatever with it. Whatever you want to do with it. These colors and these products are all, I mean, within the range, are all interchangeable. You can just mix them all, you know. It's not like there's any particular, you know, combination or, you know, things won't work. And, I mean, the only things that won't work is, will particular colors sit beside each other? Like, will they look good, you know? That's your biggest concern, really. Kublai Khan, Jormungandr. Jormungandr. Is it Jormungandr? Jormungandr. Jormungandr? Jormungandr. 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 Or is it Jormungandr? Jormungandr? Jormungandr. It's Mun, yeah. So it's Jormungandr. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Dark Commission. My paint is on a diet and exercise plan. Ghost of Cybernuts. As far as I know, it's not out yet. It was on the Warhammer community site. Has a bit more of a classic knight style than other Imperial Knights. Oh, cool. Kublai Khan, what is your favorite Space Marine chapter, Kris? I love Word Bearers because the first Heretic and other horse heresy novels about them. Cool. I've answered this question many times, and I'll answer it many more times. My favorite Space Marine chapter is Crimson Fists. I love them little Crimson Fists. Where's my Crimson Fist? Oh, I can't quite reach them. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, almost knocked this over. Oh well. Anyway, Crimson Fists. I like Crimson Fists. I like the background of Crimson Fists. You know, just their fight against, you know, inevitability. You know, and the color scheme. The color scheme is classic. It's first edition. You know, the first Warhammer rulebook was Crimson Fists on the cover, and they're all fighting this desperate battle, and it gave you a real sense of the game. And so, yeah, I thought that was really cool, and, you know, I thought that's what I want. That's what I want to be a Space Marine, you know, in fighting Xenos and, you know, stuff like that. And so, yeah, Crimson Fists. I like Crimson Fists because they're cool, and because they're old school. They're cool and old school. They have a bit of that old school cool. Dark Commission. Are Space Marine chapters painted in shades of gray? About 50. Are they painted in shades of gray? About 50? 50 shades of gray? No. If you're doing about 50 shades of gray on your miniatures, you're just gonna have a little wad of paint. You're not even gonna have a miniature. It's just gonna be like just a big ball of paint. And say, here it is, 50 shades of gray. That doesn't make any sense at all. Let's do another email because we can, because we're staying caught up. 2018 is the year Kris stays caught up on emails. I've been doing this show for 4 years, 5 years. I think we're going on 5 years this show. 5 years already. Man, well, already it's 205, right? It's episode 205, so I only do the show once a week, and I've missed weeks. So, yeah. 205. Here we go. Email. because we can. This is from Ben Ellis. Hello again, Monkey Overlord. Here is a quick once over of a few bits. However, they're only just they're just a table this time apart from the start. Did I read that? However, they are only just about table this time. Oh, he's talking about like tabletop? Yeah, so the Sarge. Okay, so let's have a look at his efforts. I really like him. Very good. Nice and smooth. Colors look like they should be. I like the lurls, got the little highlights. Is it lurls or Yanny? And so we have, you know, really nice details picked out here. Again, nice and smooth. I like the transitions on the golds. Very, very cool. Look at that. Love the highlighting and the gemstone eyes. Very nice. Nice highlighting on your Yanny. Very good. A little plasma gun. Awesome. Or a little plasma discombobulator, whatever the hell it is. Nice transitions in the red. Very good. Yeah, that's very good. I like the bases. Where'd you get the bases from? Are they from Secret Weapon? They're looking from Secret Weapon. Nice highlighting on the cross there. Claws look good. Highlighting on the armor is really nice. Have you considered maybe chipping the edges to give them a bit of a more battle-hardened kind of look? Have you maybe considered that, Ben? You know what I mean? Just like on the claws here, like it chips in the armor and the shoulder pads, you know what I mean? Just to make him look a little bit battled up. I mean, he looks good, clean and everything, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a good paint job. But could he be more beat up? But very good. Thank you, Ben. I think that was the last picture, right? Yeah. Very good, Ben. I like it. It looks awesome. Can't wait to see more. Of course, Ben's got like a whole bunch of projects on the go right now. So, very, very cool. Awesome stuff. Go Starman Deluxe. Damn it, Kris. Damn it. Damn it, what? What'd I do? I don't know. It's an emoji with a jelly bean head and eyes and teeth. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what he's trying to convey to me. I don't know what he's saying. Is he coming on to me? I don't know. Seriously though, what? What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the beef? Where's the beef? Okay. Yeah. So just make sure everything's still running good. Ben Ellis base was from Evil Mushroom, but they're now out of business. Oh, okay. Tavo, episode 205, beating up elderly space marines. Okay. Go Starter Man Deluxe, the Lural jokes. Oh. What, where, you know, he's taking care of his Yannies? Yeah, I hear you. I'm just going to call them Yannies from now on, just to piss people off. Kubla Khan, episode 205, the episode after 204. That's so obvious that's got to be that's it. You win. Rolo, hi Kris and monkeys. Got here late, but finally able to catch the show live. Well, welcome, Rolo. The episode after 204. It's like it's the big sequel or something. Episode 205. The episode after 204. But yes, that's just funny. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Everything's good. Very good. Very good. Alrighty, good. Okay, Disco Duke. Talking about weathering, have you used Vallejo engine grime effects? No, I've not. There's a few products I have not used that look like they provide really good effects. And I mean, now, mind you, if you thin your products down and know how to control them when you're thin, they'll pretty much do the same kind of things for you. As far as what I can tell. Now, like, I've seen these engine grind products from Vallejo. I've also seen them from MIG and it's MIG Ammo. Oh, and AK Interactive. That's the other one. And I've seen them, and you know, I've not tried them myself, but you know, I mean, thinned out pigment is thinned out pigment, whether it has high viscosity or low viscosity. You know what I mean? They're going to act in different ways. I mean, you know, so there's really only about 4 characteristics, right? It's high pigment, low pigment, high viscosity, low viscosity. You know, opaqueness versus transparency. You know what I mean? These are the qualities that we're looking at, and otherwise most products will fall within one of those categories. One might be better than the other, sure, might be intended for different kinds of effects. One, you know what I mean? But you can always take, for example, an orange, thin it down, add a medium to it, add some flow aid to it, and use it to make a rust wash on a model. You can always do that, right? You can always take dry pigments and stipple them on and fix them onto a model, and you know what I mean, get rust that way. Always many different ways to get to the same point, kind of thing. So, yeah. But no, I have not tried them. I am willing. I would like to try them, but I just haven't gotten around to picking any up yet. Dark Commission gemstones and lenses are things I still to master. I have a bust to do of a 7th century Mayan priest, and he has shed load of jade jewelry that I'm going to do in that style. Can't wait. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. And doing gemstones and lenses, yeah, it's the same thing. The basic principle is your brightest colors at the bottom and building darker up, or lay your darkest colors and build brighter downwards, or whatever your imagined light source might be. So oftentimes with gemstones, they often do the light sourcing off to the side. So the dot, the spot highlight, which is the white dot that goes on the top, and then the opposite corner gets the coloring, right? So that's often how it works. Oftentimes it's not just straight on and then straight to the bottom, although that's perfectly logical as well. But, you know, you could also do it, lights coming up from the bottom, and you know what I mean? And, you know, like, it's whatever way you imagine that light source coming in from, you know? So, yeah. I also have many videos in the vault on doing gemstones, so, you know, feel free to peruse those. Aqua. I'm getting the Dark Imperium set for my birthday. Any tips on how to get, like, quicker and better at painting? Practice, man. Practice. It's just like your music. It's just like your schoolwork. It's just like everything, man. It's just practice. Practice, practice, practice. There's no easy way to get better. It just requires patience. Sitting down and doing the work. You know, so don't let that discourage you, though. Because, I mean, nobody comes out of the gate and is an awesome painter right from the start. Doesn't happen. It took time to learn. Some learn faster than others, but otherwise, everybody still has to learn all the steps. So don't be fooled by, you know, quick kind of steps and quick things like that, because, I mean, like even like quick tips. I mean, some of the things I show in there, you already kind of have to know what you're doing as far as color and technique and everything like that. So, you know, it will come in time. Don't rush it. Don't be in a rush, and don't be discouraged by how your painting looks. And if it doesn't look like you see on the box, don't be discouraged by that. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. You know what I mean? And you will eventually get there. Yeah, see, Roman Matnov says practice. Eldari, paint often, try new things. It takes time. Yes, it's time. That's all it is. It's time. Put in the time, right? You know, you want to get good at playing guitar? You want to be a rock star one day? Well, nobody comes out and just, you know what I mean? Nobody comes out just doing that. You gotta practice at it, right? And so, same with painting. You want to get good at painting? You gotta put in the time. Kublai Khan, damn, I should have put episode 205, episode 206, the prequel. Kublai Khan, a wizard is never late. He always arrives precisely when he means to. That's usually what I tell people. Dimitri Abaddon, well, I do wear different socks for a reason. Huh? Aqua, gotcha, Kris. Okay, good man, Aqua. Don't be in a rush, buddy. And if you run into problems, hey, bud, I'm right here. You can ask me. We're on Discord all the time, for God's sakes, kid. You can ask me a question whenever you want. Dimitri Abaddon, Way the Brush, episode 205, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, a Star Wars story. Yeah, like, what if it was a real depressing story about, like, spousal abuse or something like that, you know what I mean? Because Uncle Ben, he looked like he slapped Beru around a couple times, you know? And I'm sure Luke got the belt once or twice. I'm sure that was a pretty abusive household. Don't lie to me. Luke was looking to get out of there, you know? And you know what? And you know who really we are to blame? We're to blame Ben Kenobi, dropping that baby off in that hellhole. And it was literally a hole in the ground. And he left that kid in a hole in the ground, for God's sakes. Left him to defend for himself, you know, while Obi-Wan's out in a desert playing with himself, who knows, you know. This kid's getting whipped, and the wife, Aunt Beru, is getting smacked around, and, you know, everybody's drinking their blue milk and talking crazy, and, you know what I mean? Like, just, who can live like that? Who can live like that? Like, it's madness. It's madness, you know what I mean? And you know, unfortunately, Aunt Beru was a victim of circumstance, and, you know, Uncle Ben, I think, got what he had coming. I think he started cocking off to the stormtroopers, and the stormtroopers burned his shit down, just because he was lipping off, and, you know, he said, you know what, like, sir, can you come with us? We're gonna ask you a few questions. And he told him, no. And then Bruce got in the way, and then she, you know, she got smacked around, and then the stormtroopers had probable cause at that point to enter the residence, because now there's a domestic dispute. And, you know, and an assault as well. And so now they have, you know, probable cause to enter his home. Then they found his grow up that he had, you know, in his things. And, of course, maybe it was the blue milk that made him crazy. Maybe blue milk's illegal. You're not supposed to be drinking blue milk. We don't know. We don't know what the imperial laws are. So we can, we need a lawyer for that, really. And, you know, Luke wasn't at home. They said, is there another kid here? And, of course, you know, there's the kids, Uncle Ben and Aunt Beru know they're supposed to be hiding this kid, right? And so they would have said, no, it's only the two of us. But then they would have seen the other bedroom, and they would have, well, whose bedroom is this? You're lying to us, right? And, you know what I mean? And so there's a whole bunch of ways that whole conversation could have went south for the Uncle Ben and Aunt Beru. But I think Uncle Ben got what he had coming. I think he was smacking up his old lady, and he was giving the belt to Luke every once in a while. And so, yeah, I think Uncle Ben got what he deserved. And because even at the end of episode 3, when Obi-Wan hands the baby off, Aunt Beru is tickled pink. She looks happy as hell. And Uncle Ben, he looks grumpy as all hell. Like, he looks like, oh, frick, another frickin' mouth to frickin' feed. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, oh, my God, no. You know, and so, I mean, like, we live in a frickin' desert. Like, there's no plants, there's nothing around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta scrounge for food. He's got moisture evaporators, right? He's trying to draw the moisture right out of the air. You know, like, he's a moisture farmer, for God's sake. So he's just basically drawing water from the air. So that's all he can do. You know what I mean? And he's got this other mouth to feed, and his little baby, you know what I mean? And there's, like, sand people everywhere, and he's got to watch over this baby, you know? He doesn't even have a gun or anything like that, you know? So, yeah, it's understandable the guy would probably just crack after a while, especially with Luke, who's always kind of whiny. Because, I mean, in the first movie, Luke is a whiny little bitch. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that, you know, that his uncle did beat the shit out of him. Because, I mean, he's a whiny little bugger, and he's this entitled little brat, you know what I mean? Like, and he's just, you know, screw him. Like, whatever the hell, you know, Uncle Ben, he did what he had to do, but he was still a prick. He got what was coming to him. But you know what, I can see his side of the story, and maybe that's why the story needs to be told. Maybe that's why the Uncle Ben and Aunt Beru story needs to be told, because again, it's a tale of our times, you know. Because Uncle Ben was a prick, and Aunt Beru, she was a pushover. She let this happen to her, you know what I mean? She was, you know, and you know. And Luke, he was an entitled brat. He was a little millennial. You know, he just wanted to fly away and be like Daddy. I don't know where any of that was coming from, but anyway. Oh, shit. Black Widow, how did Kris get sent down this rabbit hole? Dark Commission, Luke Skywalker, millennial snowflake. Yeah, is Luke Skywalker a millennial snowflake? Is he a millennial snowflake? That's right, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know. He's an entitled little brat. Disco Duke, episode 205, you lost me at Luke. Dimitri Avedon, maybe blue milk is from Aunt Beru. Yeah, oh man, I don't know. That was a little adventure we went on anyway. But, you know, I think that's the Star Wars movie that it's not the Star Wars movie we need, but it's the Star Wars movie we deserve. Yeah. Mad Hoser, what's up, Kris? Is gold bikini bottom? My gold bikini bottom. What? Bikini bottom, you mean like in SpongeBob? I don't know what I don't know. Ruben Matnov, the rant to end all rants. Star rants. Mad Hoser, Kris should have done his hair in Lehigh cine buns. I can't. My hair's cut off. Weren't you paying attention? It's been like 2 weeks now. Haven't you been paying attention, Tolo? Like, what the hell? Mad Hoser, no, as in like Leia's gold bikini. Yeah, you lost me. I don't know what you're talking about. Ghost of Star Red Deluxe. Alternative Dark Theory. Uncle Ben planned to use C-3PO as a sex doll since Beru wouldn't give him any action. Yeah, exactly. He'd have R2 projecting, like, you know, pornographic scenes and stuff like that while he had C-3PO performing things. Awful. That's awful. That's how you ruin a saga. Mad Hoser, aka, why are you ranting about Star Wars? Why am I ranting? Have you not been paying attention to what the hell I was talking about? No, man. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to explain it because it's not even funny. Old man Logan, let us never speak of this again. At least until next time. Jeez. Mad Hoser, C-3PO's golden hand. Golden hand. And Dimitri, he can speak a million languages of love. He's got like a little switch, turns to Barry White. Hello. And Dark Commission, the Disney lawsuits will be here by the end of the show. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, let's get to another email because we can, because we should, and because we got lots of time. Lots of time. Because we shall. Headphones. Email time. Email time. And of course we thank Guymere Alfer, aka Carl, aka Beer Bubble. This is from Old Man Logan. This is Steelheart Champions. Sensei Kris. Here is my latest commission project, which is the Steelhearts Champion Warband from Shadespire Starter Set. The customer then painted... What? No, the customer wanted them painted in the scheme from the box, which is basically the Hammers of Sigmar. Not my favorite scheme, But as you well know, what the customer wants, the customer gets. Enjoy the pics. Let me know what you think. Thanks, Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan. And so, here are his efforts. I like him. Nice and clean. Looks good. And of course, most importantly, the customer's happy. Color looks like it should be where it's at. Nice and neat. Everything's pretty even. And now, what is this kind? What is this? You're charging for? Like, what level is this? Is this level 1, level 2? Is this what level is this? Because this looks like something where you've applied a base coat, a shade, and a highlight, and maybe a fine highlight, and then you throw it on. It looks like the transfers, maybe, or maybe you freehanded that. I don't know. But nice little highlighting here on the back. Everything looks nice and clean. Now, is it metals, or is it just used, or did you just use yellows? Or did you use metallics? Because I'm not really seeing a metallic-y shine to it. Old Man, is this gold or is this like yellows you used? I am confused. Because if it's yellows, then really good, because it looks like you were almost doing like a non-metallic metal. But if it is metals, it almost seems a little dull, which means probably the shade wash. That's what it might have been. Old Man, you here still? Where are you at? He says he would like to call it high tabletop. He did not charge enough. No, I don't think you charge enough. And yeah, if you're doing all these many steps on all these colors and everything like that, then yeah, this is a higher tabletop. Again though, is it metallic or is it like a gold you did? What did you did? Oh, it is metallics. Okay, went with the GW method. Okay. All right. So now, so you started off with, say, some Retributor gold, and then gave it a shade wash of what? Reikland Flesh Shade? Is that what you did? Yeah, because I thought maybe he was doing this like in like Zameshi Desert, and then he was building it up through like what was it, like Tau Ochre and stuff like that. They are pretty shiny. Must be the picks. Well, because was it Reikland Flesh Shade, or like is it gloss or just a regular matte variety? Because when you're doing metallics like this, I would stay with the glosses, so that you don't lose metallic luster. Yeah, I was because like now for glosses they only have Null Oil Gloss, Agrax Earthshade Gloss, and Reikland Flesh Shade Gloss. They don't have any other gloss colors yet, but I would stick with it. He used Reikland Gloss. Oh, you did use Reikland Gloss. Okay, interesting. It's just because it must be the way the camera takes the pictures. That did you have it on HDR when you took those pictures? Your camera? Did you have your camera on HDR? Old Man says, yeah, the pretty shiny must be the pics. Yeah. Mad Hoser's got to go. Fart night after, let me know. Okay. Old Man said it's Retributor, Auric, and then Liberator. Interesting. Really, really nice. I liked them. Really good stuff. Nice and clean. I'm sure your customer was very happy with them. And yeah, so very cool. I was just kind of curious because I wasn't sure. Because the way the colors looked, it didn't look shiny. They looked actually quite flat. Varnished with Pledge Future Flashlight. No, but when you took your pictures though, did you use HDR? The feature HDR on your phone or on your camera? Because I'm pretty sure you took a picture with your phone, right? You don't think it was HDR? Because HDR basically does like two pictures, and one picture will kill all the bright white highlights that are coming back from the object, and the other one won't. And the other one will show like the white white spots on a model, like, you know what I mean, like the, you know, the reflectivity, it'll show that. Whereas HDR, one of the photos it creates, it kills all those little high points. And I think that's what it is that's making it look flat, is that you're not seeing the reflectivity of the metals and stuff. But either way, Logan, thank you for sending that in. Awesome stuff. And yeah, I'm sure your customer was real happy. I mean, if that is your high tabletop, either you got to figure out how to pull that back, or you're gonna have to start charging more for that, because yeah, that's not enough. Because I mean, those are really nice paint jobs, nice and clean, crisp. Details were really supposed to be. The highlights had like 3 levels to them, so you know, yeah. Vasily Shimko, hey everyone, hello. Ram V, well done, old man Logan. Yeah, yes, very nice job, old man. Thank you for sending it. Let's do another one. This one is from Eric. Yeah, this is from Eric. Hi Chris, hope you're good. I'm on the Ghost hype, so I would like to hear what you think of my latest model. My challenge / motive was to improve my dry brushing tack. Thanks a lot, Monkey King. Eric, P.S. How can I get the hourglass look more transparent like glass? I've used 2 coats Ard Coat. Okay, so let's have a look at his Ghost. And this is really cool. Look how nice and green that is. Very spooky. Very spooky. Yeah. Very cool. I like the contrast between the nice, smooth, kind of greeny yellows, and then he's got the dusty grays going on top. You got the hourglass there. To make the hourglass look more transparent. Well, how do we do transparencies? We use the same techniques that we use when we're doing gemstones and lenses and things of that. And I was just talking about it a little while ago there. Ooh, very nice. Like a dingy texture on that. That's very cool. Yeah, always remember dry brushing. You don't want to go too many levels up. Dry brushing. So let's go back here. Okay. So the hourglass. So we want the hourglass to appear to be more transparent. So the upper portion here should have brighter colors. So we have this dark spot here. There should be brighter colors, and it should go darker up here at the rim of the glass. Now at the bottom portion here, it should also have brighter portion here. But the fun part is that you can imagine the sand, and say the sand is like a light white or creamy white, you know, beige, whatever. You can basically paint this little level where that where that sand should be, right? And you can create the brighter colors up on here. You don't necessarily have to try and draw the sand coming down. You can create just that impression by just the tinting of it all. Again, the bottom portion of the glass here, you can do the same thing where there's just the tiniest of little rim where this little cone shape would be, and that would be the sand spilling in. And yeah, so again, it's a similar kind of effect when we do our gemstones and the headlights. It's brighter colors at the base, darker colors at the top, each segment. So it's not one whole segment where this is bright here and this is dark here. It's brighter here, darker up here, brighter here, or darker here, sorry, and brighter here at the base. And that will give you the impression of that hourglass and the transparency. If I can find a model in the collection somewhere that has an hourglass, I will try and do a quick tip on that. In fact, Eric, if you are a Vault member, go into the Vault on the latest quick tip, put that in as a quick tip question, and I will most likely answer it right away, because I'm done doing any kind of beginning to ends at the moment until the Van Sars or the Eldar Gate come in or something like that, and I'll be doing one of those. But otherwise, I'm just going to be going through my list of questions that people have been asking. And so yeah, so all you Vault members out there, keep those questions coming in the vault for quick tips, because you know they're really good, and eventually I do get to those questions. So, yeah. Goes to Starman Deluxe. Kris, just noticed somebody posted a pic of the Knight character in Discord in general. Oh, really? I didn't see it. Oh, I see it. Oh, he's got a big discombobulator gun, and he's got some little duder with him. Cool. Interesting. Awesome. Oops, where am I? No, where am I? There we go. Yeah. Ebb and Flow, sup everybody? What'd I miss? Nothing. You didn't miss anything. It's been a pretty boring show, so you didn't miss anything. Ebb and Flow, hardy har har. Randy, thanks a lot, Kris. P.S. The blue spot must be on the lens. It wasn't on the model. Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. Again, we're finding these photographic anomalies. Interesting. So, was that it for emails? That's not it for emails. Well, I've got this one. What time we at here? Oh, we got 12 minutes left of the show. And you know what? I'm going to do one more email, and I will be completely caught up on emails, so keep the emails coming. Because otherwise, I'm not going to do the show. You guys don't send me emails, I'm not doing the show. Screw you. I'll just hang out with the patrons. I'll answer the patrons' questions. Eldar Lamborghini. Eldari Lamborghini, excuse me. Kris, do you have any quick tips on tattoos? I do. I do have a few quick tips on tattoos. Because if you go to Mini Wargaming, go to the search. We just tattoos. Will that give us up some results? Okay, I got Necromunda Escher tattoo, and I also have a quick tip on tattoos, which was done some time ago. Oh, December 20th, 2013 was one. But yeah, I thought I've done more, but I guess not. I guess really what it is what do you look? Oh yeah, because the tattoo I show was more of like a kind of a
thin as we don't really.
Well, I don't want to hear myself talk here, but yeah, it's kind of how you do kind of tattoos on human flesh, but it kind of looks like it's faded and kind of old. And this guy won't shut up. Shut up! There we go. And so yeah, but to answer your question, Eldari, I have a few videos in the vault on painting tattoos. You also might want to try skin, and skin might cover some tattoos. But otherwise, if not, again, latest quick tip video in the vault. Post the question, Kris, can we see some videos on tattoos specifically for whatever, and let me know, because otherwise I'm just gonna give you a Sailor Jerry thing, you know what I mean, like a heart and, you know, mom. Like a sleeve of tribal tattoo. Tribal tattoo? Ew. No. Who does tribal? I guess for the Eldar, maybe? Is that what you're thinking? Or like the Dark Eldar? Yeah, Vasily. I think there was a quick tip on Dark Eldar tattoos. Yeah, that was the first one that showed up, was a Dark Eldar model and doing tattoo. Then there was another model. It was a Marauder, and I was showing, creating that faded tattoo kind of look where it looks like it's an older tattoo. So, yeah. But anyway. Yeah. Sleeve of tribal tattoo. Who does that? Who kind of crazy arsehole does that? Eldar, you don't have tattoos, do you? You don't have like a big sleeve, tribal sleeve, do you? Please tell me you don't. You didn't seem like the cat. No, come on, you're a lawyer. Lawyers don't get tattoos. Come on. All right, last email of the day and of my lot, because I'm all caught up. So, headphones. Email time. Email time. This one's from Ian Mayday. Kris, just looking for another eye on my beginnings. Looking for an eye on his beginnings. Okay, so here we have a rusty orky bit, looks like an engine bit. And so, I guess really we're looking for is he on the right track? The red portion with the metals along the edges and stuff like that, I really dig. The yellow on the pipes, it feels a little uniform. I think like the pipes that have the holes in them, I think those should be different colors. The hoses, I don't know, these little parts here, are they like the little display screens or little indicators? You know what I mean? The nuts and bolts, would they have rust running down them? Just like a little trickle, like a little spike coming from them, just a little bit of rust coming off them. Yeah, I'm not too sure you need the yellow. The yellow's interesting, but I don't know. Of course, if you are intent on keeping the yellow, then you can always just hit this with a very light dry brush of metal and just capture just the edges and just basically knock that yellow back a bit and give it that feeling like the paint on it is chipping and what have you. But otherwise, yeah, I mean the red looks good to me. I like the chipping in the red and everything like that. They only got the little details. I have no idea what backpack this is. I'm going to assume it's for an orc. I'm going to assume it's for a mech boy of some sort. But otherwise, yeah. And then the straps, I don't know, the straps, do them leather. Atypical leather. Oh, you know what? The other one too is that the tiny little details like the wires. I often like doing them in blue, greens, and reds. Just because. Sometimes yellow. If they're big enough, maybe like a hazard marking line on them and stuff like that. But otherwise, yeah. Looks very cool. Feel free to send me more of what else you figure out in there. And thank you for the email, Ian. Oh, it's for the Death Dread. I should have read the title. It's for a Death Dread. Okay, got it. Death Dread. Go. Do it. Be one with your Death Dread and paint and form. I think I'm getting tired. I'm getting kind of goofy, I think. Where am I here? Comments. Old man logo. Need to cut Eldari some slack. He's just a kid. With that said, trouble sleeves? No. Eldari Lamborghini. And like I said, it's not for me. Witches, however. Chav witches? Ha ha ha. I don't know what chav is. Ghost Star Raider looks. Kris, geez, why do you hate tribal tattoos so much? Because they're so 1990s and they're so cliche. Everybody got one. It's in the same realm as when everybody was getting like the barbed wire on the armband, like an armband here. It's again cliche. It's like you're trying to look badass. You know what I mean? And okay, here's another one. Okay, so tribal. It derives from like the Maori, Pacific nations. They have the design aesthetics. They have the tribal designs all over the bodies, and it means something that's deeply spiritual. And you get like these other people who like put like Chinese symbols on themselves and stuff like that, and they don't even know what the frick it means. They're not Chinese, and you don't even know what it means. You don't know what it means. It could mean cat, and you want to think it means spirituality or oneness, or I mean, like, give me a freaking break. Now some people love that stuff. By all means, get it. But I'm gonna laugh at you. Just be prepared for it. I'm gonna laugh at you for your shitty choices. I mean, some people just get tattoos just because they want all these little freaking designs all over them. You know what I mean? They got everything from Looney Tunes to comic books and horror movies and flowers and barbed wire. You know what I mean? Like they got all these things going on, and it's a freaking mess. But if they're happy, fine, do it. Be my guest. I ain't gonna stop you. I'll laugh at you, but I ain't gonna stop at you. So, yeah. Dark Commission, try and get love and hate on the fingers. Ebb and Flow. The real question is, unless you're a Carrie King from Slayer, why would you like tribal tattoos? Right, and only a badass mofo like Carrot King. Are you in a rock band? Are you in a rock band? Are you worth millions of dollars? Then get a tattoo. Like, look at Mike Tyson, right? Guy was millions and millions of dollars, got that stupid face tribal tattoo design on his face. But are you worth millions of dollars? No. Am I going to go walk up to Mike and go, look at that shitty tattoo on your face? Duke. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to happen, you know? Grim, do you laugh at Quirk's tattoos? I do recall he has some. We all laugh at Quirk's tattoos. Yes. I laugh at Quirk's tattoos. I tease him all the time. In fact, I was teasing him yesterday about having shitty freaking tribal tattoos. So, yeah. I do. Dark Commission, just imagine what those tats would look like when you're 80 and in home care. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, no. You know, you should, like, I mean, I have nothing against tattoos. I have a tattoo, right? I got a tattoo right there. But it means something to me. It has a deep meaning. And the next tattoos I plan to get, equal amount of meaning. I'm not going to get Tweety Bird on my chest. I don't even like Tweety Bird. So why would I get him on my chest? You know what I mean? Like, people get, like, you know, like brand names, you know, shoes and clothing and, you know, whatever, food, you know. Why would you want to be a walking billboard for those companies? Like, are they paying you? No? Then why freaking do it, you know? 40K tattoos. There's a lot of people with 40K tattoos. I love 40K. Not that much. Not so much to have the Aquila on my head, you know what I mean? Like, no thanks. You know, I love, like I said, I like tattoos. I got nothing against them. You know, when you're getting them for a deep purpose, like when they have meaning, you know. Now, if you are, you know, in the jailhouse and you got all sorts of crazy ass tats all over you, those tattoos most likely will have meaning, and they're probably the stories that you probably don't want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. I don't know. It's just, you know, it's just these fake tough guys. I think that's really what it is. I think that's really what bugs me. It's these fake tough guys. You know, get these kind of tattoos and stuff. I'm gonna look badass and this kind of, you know, stuff. And no, you don't. You look ridiculous. Ghost Star Random looks. I think if I ever got a tattoo, it'd be something really nerdy, maybe like a xenomorph coming out of my chest. But again, you got to remember, you're going to be 80, and you're going to have that xenomorph popping out of your chest. The doctor's going to be trying to perform CPR on you. Okay, tear open the shirt. Xenomorph. Ah! Whatever. Or it'd be like a wrinkly xenomorph popping out of the chest. I don't know. But either way. Eldari Lamborghini. I want to get another ink, maybe Kane or Yanid's rune. Nerd for life. Well, the runes are kind of interesting because the runes are you know, they're very vague, and you know what I mean, but they also have some like the Yanid rune. It's really kind of cool because it kind of looks like the Avatar of Kane rune, which is kind of cool. It's not something I'd get on my body. I mean, like I said, I love me some 40K, but you know, I'm not about to get the Samhan logo tattooed on me or anything like that. Ghost Star Andalux. I heard once a guy getting a naked lady tattooed on his arm and then getting more and more clothes tattooed onto her as he got older. That's kind of funny. Dark Commission episode 205. The episode after 204, complete with Tweety Bird tattoo. G Squared. Recently saw a high school girl with a rather large Wonder Woman on her rather flabby arm. Just didn't get it. Yeah, you know. I don't know. I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, things that, you know, I like things in my life to have meaning, you know, to have purpose. And I usually don't do things on a whim. And I don't get, you know, the choices of others sometimes. Because to me, it seems like a lack of thinking. You know? Now, if it's something you're really passionate about, you know, sure, go right ahead. You know, Eldari wants the rune of Unid on him. Sure, go right ahead. I ain't gonna stop him. It's different. You know, not a lot of people are gonna have that tattooed on themselves. It's just it's the tattooing cliches, the tribal, the Chinese runes. You know what I mean? Like I used to tattoo as well, and I stopped doing it because I was really tired of all the asinine. Nobody wants to pay for them, first of all, and all the asinine things people would come to me with. Like I want a flaming skull with barbed wire, and you know I want a nuclear missile, and it's gonna have wings like bat, and it's like, okay, and what is the significance of this? It's just badass. And I'm looking at the person like, you're not a badass, you're an asshole. I mean, like, you know, I'm more likely to stab you than you stabbing anybody. I mean, like, go away. You know, it's just I don't know, just silliness, I guess. Black Widow. I remember high school. I had a teacher who always say those cute little dolphin tattoos girls like will become a whale when you hit 80. Yeah. Reminds me of the old Wendy tattoo joke. Eldari. Problem is, I don't want to pay for another. I just want to keep the one I have as it for now. Well, that's the other thing too. Is people don't want to pay for tattoos. You know what I mean? Everybody has these grandiose ideas that they want for a freaking tattoo, but nobody wants to pay for them. Why? Because it's the same reason for commission painting services. Nobody wants to pay an artist what they're worth. Yet it took many years of practice for an artist to work up their skill. And yeah, sometimes an artist can make something look easy when you go, oh, well, I could have did that. No, you couldn't have, because it took years and years of practice to do what that artist did. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with tattoos, paintings, commission painting. You know what I mean? Artists get shit on all the time. Anyway, holy man, we're 4 minutes after. I'm still griping here. If you're a commission painting service, or you're brand new to the hobby, or something's just, you know, bugging you about this hobby that you just quite can't understand, feel free to ask whatever questions sitting on your brain. Send your questions to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. Of course, you can always join me on wayofthebrush.com, where it has links to the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook. Way of the Brush is fun. Discord. I'm on Discord all the time, so that's really one of the best ways, the fastest ways of getting a hold of me, really, is on Discord. And of course, on the website also has the Way of the Brush t-shirts, just like I'm wearing. Makes you look nice and, you know, painterly and scholarly, intelligent, a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world. You obviously will be displaying that to the world. And of course, if you have purchased a shirt, please send pictures of yourselves to me for the Monkey Shrine, because I would like to fill up the Monkey Shrine with your mugs and make it a nice big happy place for all the monkeys to be immortalized in the shrine. It's a shrine. That's why it's a shrine. Because take your mugs, put them in my shrine. Bang! It's a shrine. Did we learn something today? I don't know. We learned that Uncle Ben might have been an abusive husband. I don't know. Grim, I'm unsure if you saw it, but old man had a title for 205, the Tattoo Heresy. Tattoo Heresy. Oh my God, the Tattoo Heresy. Yeah. Eldari, I have no money. I'm a student. Yeah, I know you. I know you're a student, dude, and I know it's tough paying for those things. But I mean, you know, it's after school. Then when you start, you know, actually earning a paycheck, don't get any stupid ass tattoos, man. Get something good. You know. Oh, another one. Here's a big one. Don't ever get your spouse's name. Don't ever get your spouse's name. Don't ever. Don't ever. Don't ever. Unless they've gone the way out to the spirit world, and you're memorializing them out of love, then sure, tattoo, because that'll never change. But you know, don't get your husband or your wife's name on your arm. That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Because then you're looking for somebody to change that name, right? Your kids, fine. Kids, you can always put your kids' names on you because your kids, that relationship will never change. Unless, of course, they don't ever talk to you again. And then, you know, but that might have been your fault. But then again, if you're the kind of arsehole getting those kind of crazy ass tattoos and, you know, stuff like that, then maybe it's you. Grim, we learned you frown upon tattoos to an extent if they have no true meaning. Yeah. Well, what's the point of life without meaning? You know what I mean? Like, we crave meaning in everything we do. Why is tattooing any less different? You know? I mean, I know there's freaking bobbleheads just walking around, just, you know, on their cell phones, just you know what I mean? Like, just brainless little freaking things, and just don't be a tool. Don't be a tool. Stay in school. All right, I think I'm done. I'm done. I can't spit any more dime store wisdom at you guys anymore. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next week in another exciting episode of Way of the Brush. And, of course, the patrons. Oh, right. And thank you to the patrons, of course. Patrons, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will begin our secret monkey project. Secret monkey project. It'll be secret. It's really just a ruse. We're going to take over the world. Tomorrow, starting tomorrow, we're taking over the world.